beauties, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I am so excited because today we are going to be trying out a full face of Believe Beauty. You can find Believe Beauty at the Dollar General, and everything was relatively inexpensive. I literally got a full face of makeup for $80. I personally have never tried this brand before, so I'm super excited to try it out. I've always heard great things about Believe Beauty because of Miss Paige Corin on YouTube. I love her YouTube channel and I love her videos, and she always raves about this foundation, so I'm super excited to test it out today. So the first product I'm going to be trying out today is this Believe Beauty Lock It In eyeshadow primer. You guys know me, I don't usually use eyeshadow primer. I usually just use my concealer, but I saw this and I've been really wanting to try an eyeshadow primer to see if it helps with like my eyeshadow last longer and blend better. So I'm super excited to see how the eyeshadows blend on top of this. While I let that primer dry down for a minute, I'm going to take this primer. This is the Believe Beauty Pretty and Primed Stay Put Makeup Primer. They had a few different selections of primers, but this one looked like it would work best for my skin. This is what it looks like on my hand, and I'm just going to rub it into my face like I do with my regular primer. It doesn't really smell like anything, which is good. Hopefully it'll help with my oiliness a little bit. Now that I'm done with that, I picked out this little eyeshadow palette from them. This is their Into the Blue eyeshadow palette. This one only has 2 mattes in it, so I don't really know how I feel about it. I have swatched it a few times, and it swatches beautifully, like freaking amazing. So I'm super excited to try it on my eyes. I am first going to dip into this dark blue shade, and the shades do not have shade names. It is for a drugstore brand, so I don't really expect the shades to have shade names. But I'm going to take that dark blue and I'm just going to start putting it right here in my crease. I am noticing as I'm blending this color is that once you do one layer, you're definitely going to want to go back in with a second layer just to make it look a little bit more pigmented, because once you start blending, it does fade just a bit. Now that I am done with that blue shade, which is stunning by the way, it is looking pigmented, blue, and just overall beautiful. I'm going to take this shade right here, which is kind of like a brownish, like with a gold tint, and I'm going to start blending that right above where we laid down that blue. Ooh. Had to pull my hair back because it is getting a little hot in here, but this is what it is looking like so far. I really love it. Honestly, it's different for me. I don't usually go with a lot of like sultry darker tones and eyeshadow looks, so I'm really kind of liking it. It's different. And now I'm gonna go cut my crease with some micellar water, and I'll be right back. Now that I am done cutting my crease with concealer, I'm going to go ahead and dip into this like diamondy shimmery shade and start placing that all along where I cut my crease. This isn't from Believe Beauty, but I want to add a little pop of color to this look, so I'm going to pop off camera and pop this right along that crease line for a little in the look. Alrighty beauties, now it's time to move on to the foundation, which I am most excited to try today. I even got one of their little beauty sponges to use as well. I'm super excited to try this. This sponge already feels like freaking incredible. I really like the smushy sponges, not the very dense sponges. And I'm gonna spray this with my Believe Beauty setting spray because I like my beauty blender to be a little bit damp but not too damp. So now I am going to be taking the foundation. This foundation is called the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation. It says medium to full coverage, and mine is in the shade Ivory. Now I'm just going to take the sponge and start blending. Right off the bat, I am seeing that I am definitely going to have to put on another layer of this foundation. You guys know I am a full coverage queen. I love full coverage foundations. I am definitely seeing a lot of my redness still coming through. So I'm going to let this dry down for a second and add a second layer and see how I like that instead. So after the second layer of foundation, it definitely is a little bit more full coverage. I'm not crazy over the color of the foundation. It's very yellow tinted. I don't know if it's because I picked out the wrong shade or what, but not really a big fan of the color of it. Now I'm going to be going in with the concealer, and I already know that I'm not going to like it because it is way too dark. This one is in the shade Ivory as well. I don't know why I got the foundation and concealer in Ivory, but this was the lightest shade of concealer that they had at the store that I went to. So I know that if that's the lightest shade, then none of them would work for me. I'm going to add a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape in with this concealer because it is just not light enough for me. I like to be very light in my T-zone, and yeah, that's just my preferences. Going back in with that Believe Beauty sponge, and I'm gonna start blending this out. Now that I got that concealer all done, I'm going to be going in with the Believe Beauty setting powder. This one is in the shade Translucent, and it is looking very yellow tinted again as well. So I hope it doesn't come off like that on the skin, but we are going to try it. So I'm just going to start by placing that right under my eye. This powder is very, 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 very yellow tinted. Like, I can tell by looking in the mirror, looking on the camera. Like, it is very tinted. It's definitely not translucent, but I really do like the way that it made my skin look and feel, honestly. Now, to finish off that under eye, I'm going to go back in with that dark blue shade and just start blending it on my lower lash line. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that brownish shade that we did up here and blend that on the lower lash line as well. Now that we got that lash line all good and snatched, I'm going to take this Believe Beauty bronzer. This one is called Hawaiian Glow. And let me find a bronzer brush. Now that I got my bronzer brush, I'm going to dip in there. And let's get to bronzing. I honestly love the shade of this bronzer. I feel like it fits my skin tone really well. And it also blends very beautifully. Now we are going to move on to the Believe Beauty blush in the shade Wink. This blush is very bright and I'm very excited to put it on my cheeks today. So I'm just going to dip into the blush. The blush does have quite a bit of fallout, so you might want to tap off your brush a little bit. And smile. I love a bright blush, y'all, and this is right up my alley. Like, look how beautiful and pink it is. Now I'm going to go ahead and spray my face with the little setting spray. I really don't like the smell of this setting spray, but I really love the way that it sprays. It sprays in a very fine mist and not just like shooting straight out at your face. Time to add a little highlighter to our face. This one is in the shade Pop of Pink. It's a white, but it's got like pink reflectance in it. So let's go ahead and pop that on. This highlighter is very beautiful, but it's definitely not as bright as I like my highlighter to be. If you know me, you know I like a poppin' highlighter. Before I pop on any mascara or lashes, I'm going to go ahead and do my lips. I got this pencil from Believe Beauty that is called the Almost Rose Lip Pencil. And so I'm going to go ahead and start aligning my lips with this. Now that my lips are nice and lined, I'm going to be taking this Velvet Matte Liquid Lipstick, and this one is in the shade Foxy. I've already used this lip combination in my sunflower look that I did the other day, and let me tell you, this is one of my new favorite lippies. I am now going to pop on this mascara that I got from Believe Beauty. This is called the Volume Eyes Mascara, and I am super excited to try this. I am a mascara frenzy. Like, I am obsessed with mascara. I always have like way too many of them open at one time, and yeah, I'm just obsessed. Just by looking at it, like, I can already tell I'm really going to love this mascara wand. It's super thin and easy to put on the mascara with. Alrighty beauties, this is how the look is looking so far. All I gotta do is now pop off camera and pop on some lashes, and I'll be back for my final results and the final look. Alrighty beauties, I ended up using my Vanessa Beauty Boutique lashes today. These ones are in the style Scandalous. Don't forget to use code SAVE15 for 15% off your purchase. Overall, I really did enjoy using all of these Believe Beauty products today. I think that they all worked very nicely. There was a few things that I had an issue with, but nothing too serious. I think you guys should definitely check out Believe Beauty at your local Dollar General. They really do have some affordable prices and not too bad makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment down below and say hey, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys.